In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can make money online with e-commerce products. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover everything that you need to know from niche idea to actually making sales, so be sure to watch this entire video. For the best tips and tricks to learn affiliate marketing and internet entrepreneurship, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload a brand new video. Also, click the first link in the description or go to alstongodbolt.com/start for my #1 recommended way to start a full-time income online. Hello, I'm Alston with alstongodbolt.com. I'm an affiliate marketer and internet entrepreneur who has helped thousands of people across multiple platforms make passive income, and today I want to help you. Alright, so as I mentioned in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can go from absolutely nothing, no idea, to actually selling your first e-commerce product. Now, for this video, for the purposes of this video, we are going to assume our e-commerce product is actually a digital product. It's going to be much easier to get up and running. It's going to be much faster, and you can start seeing results as soon as the end of this week. So let's go ahead and figure out what is a niche. How do we find a product to sell? How do we find a product to promote and start making money? What we can do is we can go over to a website called Google Trends, and Google Trends is going to tell us what's trending, what's popular now, last week, last month, and even going back as far as 5 years. And so there's a few ways that you can use Google Trends. What I like to do is I like to just go through Google Trends and see what pops out. Here I am at Google Trends, trends.google.com, and you can see it gives you an idea of what's popular. As you can see, obviously what's popular is coronavirus. It's the LGBTQ plus Pride Month, Juneteenth. These are all different ideas. Juneteenth would actually be a good idea going forward because Juneteenth just became a federal holiday. You could create content on Juneteenth, package it up, sell it, and make money that way. You could do t-shirts, you could do flags. There's all sorts of opportunities out there with Juneteenth, but we're not going to do that. What we can do here is we can scroll down and find other opportunities. Father's Day could be a good one. Creating different digital products for Father's Day, creating gift guides, things of that nature to package up and sell. These are all good opportunities. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click on more to see if something really sticks out at us. So one thing that we can do is we can go up here to the hamburger menu and we can go down to Explore. Explore is going to give us a little bit more flexibility when it comes to looking for things that are trending. What we can do here is we can change what's trending over the past month. We could do that. We can also change it to categories, and we can change it to web search or YouTube. These are all different opportunities. So we're going to change this to the last 90 days to see what pops up at us. So as you can see here, Ramadan, and you want to make sure that you are vaguely familiar with whatever it is that you decide on. A swimming pool could be a good idea. A swimming pool guide for people that are interested in swimming pools. That's going to be a little seasonality, a little seasonal, and so it might not do as well in December as it could in June, July, August. One thing that we could package up and sell is the Chinese language, spoken language. We could actually create a guide to show people how to start learning Mandarin Chinese. I actually took Chinese in high school, and so I know a very little bit. I still remember very, very little bit, and we could actually package what we know and sell it if we have a good understanding of it. So let's just keep going. We're going to find one more opportunity, and then we're going to move on to the next step. One interesting opportunity here is the bottled and jarred packaged goods, where we've headed into summer and people are growing their gardens and they're going to start packaging goods for the winter. They're going to package them up and sell them. That could be a product that we create and sell it to a very niche audience. So let's think about this. Bottled and jarred packaged goods. It looks like it was really popular until late May, early June, and then it kind of fell off a cliff, but this is still a very good opportunity. So we're going to use the bottled and jar packaged goods niche. We're going to create maybe a digital product, a guide to show people how to bottle prunes, how to bottle cucumbers, things of that nature, how to jar cucumbers for the winter. That's something that we could package up and potentially sell and make very good money. So now that we have a niche idea, the second step is to go out and create your product. Now you can create your product in a number of ways. You could actually check and see if there are PLR products or private label right products that are already created. We can hire someone on Fiverr, Upwork, people per hour to do the work for us, or we could even do it ourselves. Let's assume that we decide to hire someone over on Fiverr, Upwork, or people per hour. They're going to take care of it. They're going to build us an ebook. We just need to figure out the content that needs to go into that ebook. And that's where we do a little bit more research. And to do this research, we're going to go over to Amazon and we are going to look up jarred, and we're going to type in vegetables, canned and jarred vegetables. So now we're going to go back over to books again. All right, so I changed the search a little bit to how to can food. And this should actually give us a pretty good idea. Now, what we'd want to do here is we'd want to go through each one of these books and we want to take a look and see what these books are talking about. Now, obviously, we don't want to copy other people's stuff. We don't want to steal it. What we're looking for is we're looking for headlines and we're looking for inspiration. So what we could do essentially is we could click on this Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving. We click on this, and usually some books will let us look through. They'll let us look at the table of contents to get an idea of what people are talking about, what people want to know. This book has 5 stars and 9,000 ratings, so it's a pretty good book. People are getting a lot of value from it. So once we have the idea, we would simply go over to Upwork, Fiverr, People Per Hour, and we would have them write the book. What we are going to give them is we're going to give them the overall theme of the book. We're going to give them headings and subheadings, and we are going to give them as much information as possible so that they know exactly what to write on. What I recommend is having them write a 40 or 50,000 word book so that it's incredibly detailed and it has a ton of information. While they're working on that in the background, we're actually going to move a little bit forward and we're going to create a sales page. And we're going to create a sales page using a web or funnel page builder like ClickFunnels, Kartra, Builderall. And the reason why we want to use this is because it's going to allow us to quickly set up and build our sales funnel so that we can start making money. Now, I recommend and use ClickFunnels. I will have a link in the description to get started with ClickFunnels if that's something that you're interested in. There will also be additional training in the description if you want to learn step-by-step how to get started with ClickFunnels. So once you sign up for ClickFunnels, you'll be able to create a sales funnel, which I'll show you how to do in just a second. And then once we have the book, we'll hook everything up and then I'll actually show you the best ways to sell it. All right, so now that we have created our 2-week free trial, what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and click on Build a New Funnel. And when we build a new funnel, it's going to give us a few options to get up and running. What we want to do is we want to sell a product. We're going to click Sell a Product. And then the next step is, do we want a sales funnel, launch, product launch, or membership? We're going to click on Sales Funnel. And we're just going to give this a name. We're going to call this Canned, just so that we know what it is. Click Build Funnel, and it's going to give us some templates that we can use. Now, what I recommend that you do is you buy a domain name, but you don't have to buy a domain name in the beginning. And as you can see, this is already set up for us. What we'd want to do is we'd want to pick from these templates, create the sales page, order form, order confirmation. So what you'll want to do on the squeeze page is you'll want to have something that's going to get your reader's attention. You know the reader is interested in canning vegetables and meats. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have a title, a headline that says, "New book reveals a secret gurus don't want you to know about canning vegetables." And then you're going to have them enter in their name and their email address, and then they're going to get added to your autoresponder. Now, talking about the autoresponder is a different story for a different day, but you can do that. You don't have to do this, but it's a great opportunity. So, and then on the next page is the sales page. This is where you're actually going to talk about the book. What you can do is you can include excerpts of the book or from the book into your sales page, and you can also include a video sales letter. So you're talking about the book, the benefits. You could also, again, you could read little pieces from the book. You can talk about the headings and why it's going to help the customer. You want to make sure that you fill out this sales page in detail. There are tons of templates on the internet that show you how to create a high converting sales page. And then the next step is the order form. On the order form, this is where the customer will buy the product. They're going to buy your ebook. They're going to enter in their credit card information, click submit, and buy the product. Here, you could actually add in an order bump and some upsells. But if you're just getting started, it's important that you get your first product up and running and off the ground. After that is the order confirmation, and then the thank you page is how you actually deliver your book. They're going to click on a button on your thank you page, and the book is going to download right to their computer. What you'd want to do is you'd want to upload your finished book into a Google Drive so that they can download the book, whether it's a PDF or a Google Doc. They'll download that book right into their computer, and then away you go. The cool thing about this process is you can charge as little or as much as you want for your book. So now that we've talked about the overview of creating your digital product, let's talk about how you can sell it. And there's a number of ways you can do it. You can use free or you could use paid. When we're talking about free methods, you could create a free Facebook group that's catering to maybe gardening or canning meats, canning vegetables, canning things like that. Home DIY type stuff. Those are all Facebook groups that you could create. You could create a YouTube channel dedicated to canning vegetables. You could actually show people your process, if that's what you want to do. Show people your process of canning vegetables and storing food for the winter. You can do the same thing with blogging. You could create a blog or a website that talks about canning or whatever your niche is. It obviously doesn't have to be canning, but you could create a blog or website dedicated to that. The other way, the faster way to see if your product works, if your e-commerce product works, is you could use something like Facebook or YouTube ads. Now, the cool thing with Facebook and YouTube ads is A, you can spend as little as $5 per day. B, you'll know if your product works or not within a few days at the latest. And C, you can scale it as high as you want to. And the easiest way, in my opinion, the easiest way to get started is to start with Google Ads. All right, so here I am over on Google Ads. What they'll ask you to do is they'll ask you to create a free account and they'll make you walk through some basic steps. What you'll want to do once you get to this page is click on New Campaign. When you click on New Campaign, again, they'll try and walk you through the steps of setting up your first campaign. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a campaign without goals and guidance. We're going to click on video here because we're going to do YouTube videos. We're going to show up right in front of videos that our target audience might be interested in. So we're going to click on continue. And there's a number of benefits to creating YouTube videos. One, you're not charged unless a customer watches 30 seconds or more of your video. Two, you can get right in front of your target audience. Three, YouTube and Google know so much about their customers that you can get very targeted, very fine-grained and detailed and show up right in front of the people that you want to target. And so what we're going to do here is we're just going to quickly run through a YouTube ad. I'm going to set this at $5 per day. What I recommend is that you set up an expiration, an end date for your ad. You don't have to, but I recommend it. Next, you can choose your countries. Now, I like to target the big 5 countries when I'm creating an ad so that I get in front of people that are more willing and able to spend money on a problem that they have. For example, I like to target Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, United States, and New Zealand. So once you have those in, you go move on to the next step. I speak English. All of my YouTube ads are going to be in English, so I selected English. Next, if we look down here, we have the option of expanded inventory, standard, or limited. I like to choose expanded. Expanded is going to be more PG-13 to rated R type content. People are going to be swearing and cussing. I don't really care about that. Standard inventory is for major brands like Disney and Coca-Cola that need rated PG or G content. And then limited inventory is going to be that like Y for little kids and very sensitive ears. So the more wider range audience that you target, for example, the expanded inventory, it's going to be much cheaper for you in the long run to get leads and sales because there's going to be more inventory. So if we scroll down here, we're going to click this drop down. We can choose not to show our ads in embedded videos and live streams, which I recommend. If we scroll down here, we don't need to do anything there. And then if we click on additional settings, we can choose the devices. Maybe you want to deselect TV screens because most people don't buy from their TV. We can also limit the number of times customers see our video per day. What we could do is we could limit that to 3 so that we don't stress our customers out, make them upset. And then we can actually limit the ad scheduling as well, but we're going to leave it as is. The next step is to add a name. What we could do is we could add this to like canned veggies. There we go. Canned veg, and then we can select our demographic. What you may want to do is you want to decide who your target market is. Are you catering only to females? Are you catering to people of a certain income level? If they are canning their meat, they may have a little bit more disposable income, so we could just change it to that. When you deselect these, it's going to limit the audience that you have. So just know that going forward. What you could do is you could leave all of these checked, and then after 3 or 5 days, see who's responding to your ad. That's usually the best way to go. Cast a wide net in the very beginning, and then you can always fine grain a little bit later. Next, if we scroll down, we can choose our audiences. If you wanted to, if you had an idea of the different types of audiences that might be interested, for example, gardeners, maybe DIY preppers, things of that nature, you can go through and select these audiences. But what we want to do is we want to find keywords. Now, the best way and easiest way to find keywords is simply to go to YouTube and go into the search bar and type in keywords. For example, we could type in how to can. All right, so what we want to do here, as you can see, it says how to can tomatoes, how to can food, vegetables, how to can food in mason jars. What we'd want to do is we want to add all of these keywords over here in this description here because it's going to target those people. These are the exact people we want to get in front of, and that's how we do it. So if I just go to how to can tomatoes, I'm just going to copy this here, and then I am going to paste that in right here. And eventually it's going to give us a target audience. And we can do this all over and over and over again. Pressure canning tomatoes. We could get as detailed as we want. We could even try how to can and see what happens there. Now that might actually cause us to get people that we're not interested in, but it's always interesting and fun to test, at least for the first few days. So we have how to can tomatoes, how to can vegetables. Let's find a couple more. So just to point out, if we type in how to can, we also see how to cancel subscriptions, which is targeting people that we're not interested in. How to cancel YouTube Premium free trial. Those are people that might not be interested in our book, and so we don't want to target them. But typing in how to can in general is a pretty good way to get in front of people that are interested in canning meats and vegetables. We could also target people that are interested in DIY, survivalists, preppers, things of that nature, because they're most likely going to be interested in this type of thing. So if we type in how to can potatoes, this is going to be the last one, just to give you an idea of what this looks like. We can go back here. We're going to paste that in. Another option is if we know of websites that are creating content around canning meat or canning vegetables, we could put that right in there and use some of those keywords as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in our average cost per view, and we're going to put that at 10 cents. This is the amount of money that we are willing to spend on a view. What I recommend is you start off relatively low, and then you can always adjust it over time. Most likely you're going to get a fair amount of views at 10 cents. And what we want to do obviously is we'll want to test it and see which ones are responding, which keywords are responding, and then uncheck it. And when we do that, our cost per view will decrease and we'll actually make more money. So let me just scroll up here. I want to add an end date. Let's see, we'll do the 30th there. The final step is to grab a YouTube video from your YouTube channel. Now, ideally, what I'd recommend is that you upload a video that is unlisted. The reason why you want to upload an unlisted video is because it's going to struggle in the rankings. The click-through rate's going to plummet. The watch time is going to hurt. All of that stuff is going to be a problem when it comes to a ranked video. So you want to upload a video, upload an ad, make sure that it's unlisted. I have a few down here if you keep scrolling, and then jump back over to your ad, paste that in, and it's going to give us an idea of the amount of money that we could make or the amount of clicks and views based on all of the metrics that we put in. The final step is to check the skippable in-stream ad, and then we are basically good to go. The final step would be to click create campaign. As you can see on the right hand side here, it says based on the targeting settings, total campaign budget of $5 and a bid of 10 cents, we would get between 90 and 170 views out of 110 to 370 impressions. Average cost per view would be up to 6 cents. The budget spend would be 100%. So we would get approximately, based on just $5, 170 views. Now, depending on how much your book costs, that could be enough to make some pretty good money. Now, as you start making money, you obviously want to reinvest and scale it because you know you have a winning product. But this could be a good opportunity, and always make sure that you add in a ton of keywords. Try and add in 20 or so, just so that you can get a very good feel of what's working. Another option that you could do is you could go down to placements. So we're going to click on placements here, and we could copy this here, copy, and we're going to paste how to can potatoes, and then we could actually select channels based on our keyword. Now, when we do that, that's going to change this a little bit. So if I click on these right here, now that one said tomato for Fortnite. We wouldn't want to use that one, but I just want to give you an idea of what that looks like if we decide to go this route, go the placements route. So we're just going to check all of these. Now, again, you'd want to make sure that these channels, you want to verify that these channels actually have the content that's going to help you make money. Like the Fortnite ones obviously aren't going to help you at all, but this could be a good opportunity. The only drawback to this is you are only going to serve your ads to the videos on this channel. And if there are smaller YouTubers, let's say they have 1,000 subscribers and they have a video on how to can tomatoes, that might not be there. As you can see here, views 100 to 200, impressions 130 to 580, Cost per view is the same. I don't remember, maybe the views went down a little bit, but as you can see, this is another option as well. If you wanted to, you could actually target individual videos. We could go through and click on every one of these videos to ensure that our ad shows up before these videos. And this is pretty cool, just because you know your ad's gonna be placed right where you want them. But again, if let's say this channel right here uploads a brand new video on how to can potatoes, we aren't going to serve our ads there just because we didn't select it. So know that going in, but know that this is an opportunity. Now that you know how to sell an e-commerce product step by step, click the first link in the description or go to alstongodbolt.com/start for my #1 recommended way to start a full-time income online. When you click that first link, you'll be taken to a free training where you'll learn how to get started step by step. Click the first link in the description or go to alstongodbolt.com/start. Watch these videos next for more tips and tricks to make money online. Also check out my website, alstongodbolt.com, for even more tips, tricks, and tactics to make money online. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with 5 of your friends.